Barry here, and we're gonna break down and audit this Girls Gone Golfing website, which this website was, well, this brand, I guess, was created by my grandmother once she retired from her career. She was a big golfer, so she got into this stuff, just making these products and stuff, and she would go to golf shows and stuff. She doesn't really do anything anymore, but she used to go to golf shows selling things. Um, I don't know if she ever made any money doing it. I would assume not, but this website was created, you can see down here, 2009, and it's actually still being updated through 2021. I don't know why, but so it also looks like it probably hasn't really been updated since 2009 because, it just has that really old look. And as we'll break into it later, there are some problems with the website that are just due to it being old. So basically, you can go onto these these reports here. So you can just use a URL and then you run an audit. You can switch it if you want to put another one in, and it just gives you scores that go over how well each category does on the website. And so I clicked on the view the report to get a more in-depth breakdown, and you can go over performance, and it'll show you what you're doing well, like the green times are good and stuff. And then down here it has things like preload queue requests. So it basically says it's running in order, and that it would be better if it would go ahead of in the page and request and start loading things that aren't being requested yet, that you're not seeing yet. And some other things here, like it was this thing, it was the no one really uses this anymore. I think it's just due to it being old, but it would basically how the website these external scripts are injected into this, and that doesn't even work on Chrome anymore. That stuff's all blocked. And if we look under accessibility, there wasn't a lot of accessibility here. Basically, if you're using a screen reader, you're kind of screwed, because if you see on here, it has in the accessibility, a lot of the stuff isn't good for people using screen readers. It says there, it doesn't have a lot of, headings and stuff. And then also, the language isn't really determined, so it would be hard to read. And the labels, all of these images don't have names, so it would just, screen readers wouldn't know what this says. And these were actually all pretty much they looked like, see, it has names and stuff here, so I was kind of confused at that, but it was the product lists, and this was common, home, and so I did go into the source code a little bit to try to figure out what the to just try and look and see where it is, where it has in the A tags here, where I guess it doesn't have a name called to it, so whenever the screen readers are reading over it, it doesn't I guess it wouldn't say anything because it doesn't know what to say really. And then best practices, this is a big one here, not using HTTPS. If you go here, I'll make it smaller so you can see here, but if we just go over here, it's just not secure. So that's great. It's not a secure connection, and if you're buying things, I don't know if you can buy anything. I guess it exports you to PayPal, so you can do it securely through PayPal, but the website itself isn't secure, so I wouldn't recommend putting any data into the website, because it's certainly not secure due to not using HTTPS. So all these things are all, it's allowing them with warnings, but it basically is saying we shouldn't allow that. And there's a bunch of other stuff with the web page not being made for, basically not being allowed to. If you look at, I went on my iPhone and looked at the website, and it's the exact same thing as the desktop version. And you can barely read anything here, which says the font's small, and the tab and the things you press on or click would be too small because it's just a desktop version of the screen. And they basically, all these problems basically come back to the fact that there's this no meta tag viewport, which optimizes your screen. So it basically says it scales them down, making it more difficult to read here. So you control the width and scale it so that it's correctly on different sizes of different desktops or mobile phones or whatever, you're going back and forth. Because whenever you go on most websites, on your phone, it'll be M for mobile and then dot, the URL. But like if you go on girlsgonegolfing.com on your phone, it's just a normal website. So I mean, yeah, there's certainly some problems here, but for a dead website from 2009, I mean, it's pretty good. 92 performance. I mean, that's something I think my grandma should be happy about. But I mean, I don't think she would know what that means, but she probably wouldn't care either. But I think, overall, there's some good things. There was also a wave report here where it got a little more in depth where you could click each thing and then see like the errors involved on each one. And there were a lot of stuff here. A lot of the stuff on here is basically the same thing on the Lighthouse and web.dev, so I didn't really cover both. It was a lot of like the old HTTPS stuff, and then also like the structure of the website's not good for like alternative text stuff here, and then like the headings, and there's also redundant links, which was another thing that the Lighthouse dev said, where like the readers, like the screen readers, are just reading over every single link because it's not like structured properly where they can like skip around and stuff. But other than that, this is the blog where I will be posting this link to the YouTube video on right here. This is a dead link right now, and it will become a live link in a little bit. And that's pretty much all I have about this. If you want to check out GirlsGoneGolfing.com, I highly recommend it. It is a great, well, it was a great shopping place. Have a good one.